Now that our website's done, we definitely want to make sure we've got it all saved. We're going to select the back button to go back to our pages. And here we are back to the main site where you can see all the pages now of your website. You can go into each page and easily edit or preview. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into settings. You'll see right here we've got our settings of our website. We're going to need to select a domain for our website, and we want to make sure we have this set up so that way our website can be live. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is attach our domain. The way you attach your domain is we're going to go into settings and you're going to look for domains right here. And when you select the domains, you're going to see your domains. And when you select domains, it'll show you any domains you've added. In our case, we haven't added one. So we're going to go ahead and add a domain, selecting your domain or subdomain. Domains are usually used to house your website, yourbusiness.com, your.com, www.com. You can add your domain here and add it manually. So let me show you. There's two ways that you can set up your domain. When you add your domain, we'll just put in our domain. And in our particular case, we're going to put in a sample business domain. So it's saying a domain is required. I also want to add www. You want to make sure that this is selected as well. Now there's two things you can do. When you select connect, it's going to crawl that website domain and see who's hosting it. Is it Cloudflare? Is it GoDaddy? Is it Ionis? It's going to look for that service. If it doesn't find the service, what we want to do, if it's not a GoDaddy, Ionis, or if it's not a GoDaddy, Cloudflare, or Ionis, you're going to want to manually add the records. This is where you will go into your DNS settings of your system, and inside of the DNS settings of whatever your website domain is, this is where you're going to add those records. So we would add the A record at, and with this value, we would add the C name with www and this value. Once you're done, you're going to verify the records and it will show that you're all set up. But I'm going to go ahead and add the domain and show you Cloudflare. My favorite thing to use with the system, whether it's funnels or domains, is using an app called Cloudflare. It's going to go find my domain and it's setting all of this up for me. So it's found that my provider, I'm going to authorize that here. It's going to open up my Cloudflare account. It's going to verify my account. And it pops up, do you authorize this to happen? Yes, it's going to change these records. It's going to show the records that it's going to be added and the records that are going to be changed. I'm going to authorize that. And then right here, it's wanting me to add my domain again, just to confirm that it is me. We're going to add in that domain name, authorize, and look at that, it's done. So you can either manually add it or you can utilize the software first. If for any reason you have issues, you can always go back and manually add it. Takes just a few minutes to make sure that all the settings are correct. And once all of our settings are correct, now we've got our domain, our A records, and our CNAME records all set up. It's going to ask us what funnel or what domain we want to add this to. Right here, we're going to go to our demo site. This is the one we just built, and we want this domain to fall on the home page. And you'll see there's additional actions as well where you can set a default 404 page. You can actually customize a 404 error page in case somebody types in the wrong domain. In this case, I'm just going to add the home. We're going to go ahead and link the domain, and you'll see the domain is linked with the www and the sample domain. Just remember, it may take a little bit to load and propagate depending on who your domain server is. What I like about Cloudflare is it usually comes up pretty quick. So I'm going to type in samplebusinessdomain.com, and here is my site. My pop-up showed up and everything's working and live. Now that we've added our domain, what we want to do is let's go back into our site. And when we go back into our site, you're going to see it's connected the domain. If you've already connected domains, you can easily change these by selecting the drop down here if you want to change the domain. If you have an image for your favcon, that's usually what shows up in the search. You'll want to put that URL here and add that to your media library. Now that all of our settings are in, we're going to go ahead and select save, and this website is ready. The final wrap up of getting into your website is making sure that after people start clicking it, you can see right here to the domain, we've had page views, we've had unique clicks, we can see opt-ins from forms, you can also see sales orders and earnings page view as well. Up here, you can change the dates to view the different stats of the dates and see how your website is performing. If you have sales, you'll see these sales here as well. That's our settings where we just left. And then all you got to do is select arrow back. And now you're back into your main website where you can easily go in and find that website. You'll see your website, you'll see the last update, you'll see 3 pages, and then you'll see the 3 dots where you can edit, you can clone the website, you can move it into a folder, you can update it or delete it. And you'll see your settings right here where you can update or delete or clone your website. Now that you've added the domain to the website, now it's time to go in and create a sitemap and submit our sitemap to search engines so everyone can find us. What we want to do is we want to go to the main domain. We want to select the 3 dots, select XML Sitemap, and you'll see right here, it's pulled the website right here. There's 3 pages that we want to index. So we'll go ahead and select proceed, generate, and save. And this is the link to submit to search engines. So that way your website can be submitted and crawled to be found with your awesome on-page SEO, your XML sitemap page settings, and it's that easy. If you need to go in, you can easily edit the sitemap details as well. You could change the pages, the indexing, the box text here, or you can always delete the domain as well. And now you've got your website set up, your domain set up, and your XML sitemap ready to go to easily click and share. And if you forget it, all you got to do is come back in here, generate an updated sitemap, and submit that to search engines. And that's how you set up your domain, your XML sitemap, and build your website. Once you have your website built, you're definitely going to want to check out the funnel training. That way you can create fully functional advertising landing page, maybe even some link and bio pages, things for your social media, and other things that you can do to either drive more traffic to your website. Definitely go check out the funnels. Now that you're familiar with the builder, you're going to want to add some 1, 2, possibly even 3-step funnels to complement your website when it comes to marketing your business.